Good morning. Hope you had a great spring break. We kind of still are on spring break. I guess we still are spring broken. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Find me down in Florida, South Florida, particularly Palm Beach area. I flew down here on last Thursday to be with my family. My mom's down here, my sister, her two little nieces, or her two girls would be my nieces, and my brother-in-law Henry. So we're all down here. Everything's good. It's beautiful weather. It doesn't feel like all the stuff's going on, but it certainly is. So I hope you're staying safe and don't forget to have fun. All right. Carthage recap. I hope you guys enjoyed the movie on Carthage. It's quite a remarkable story of Hannibal. Hannibal comes from Carthage. Carthage is not known for military prowess, not really known for that many military successes, and he made it over the Pyrenees, which is a mountain range that separates Spain from France. He made it over the Alps, multiple victories on Roman soil, with the war elephants, making it over all that treacherous territory up in the snow. Mind you that they're from Africa, and Africa is not really cold. So going over those cold areas in the mountains, that's not something that they like very much. It's not very friendly. It's not natural to them. Lost multiple men. Hannibal, similar to Alexander, had the charisma, likability, believability, leadership, led it from the front, fight for the guy, die for the guy, bleed for the guy, do what he says, coach that you just love mentality. And pretty impressive cat. And they made it all the way to the outskirts of Rome. And they were ready to take Rome if the Carthaginians back in Africa would send them more troops. But they didn't. They told Hannibal that they already had too many troops and too many Carthaginians have already died. And he's like, just send us some troops and we can win the day. We can take over Rome in 210 BC, before Rome really peaked. But they stood their ground, and Hannibal sat outside of Rome for 10 years waiting to siege and take over and complete the conquest that he started of the Italian peninsula. It's all you kind of feel for Hannibal, because he's sitting there, he's encamped. The Romans are scared as can be. They're scaredy cats times a lot. Okay, they have nowhere to go. They have sort of quarantined them, surrounded Rome, and kept them inside the Roman walls. Similar to, I guess, like the Trojan War, where the Trojans were pinned inside those great walls and everything. But they didn't come up with the Trojan horse or the Carthaginian horse like the Mycenaeans did back then. Anyway, while they were encamped outside, the Romans, they're a resourceful bunch. You're not going to keep them down, and they're going to fight back, and they're going to learn, and they're going to get stronger and train and get better. And that's exactly what they did under the leadership of, his name was Scipio. Okay, Scipio. His name's Scipio Africanus. Got that nickname because he went over to Carthage and destroyed the Carthaginians in the last battle, the Battle of Zama, I believe, yeah, of the Second Punic War. So victory on African soil, Scipio Africanus. Great job, Scipio. But shame on you, Carthage. Shame on you for not believing in one of the greatest generals of all time, Hannibal, and giving him more troops when he needed them. When he was surrounding Rome, Rome went on from 200 BC, went on for another 100, 200, 300, all the way 600 more years. It went from Republic. We're going to learn about it maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I'm not quite sure yet. They went from a republic of the people, res publica of the people, to an empire right around zero, right around the birth of Christ. And that kind of coincided with Caesar, when Caesar got assassinated in 44 BC. A lot of the leaders decided to look out for themselves. They got really, really rich, and too rich, and they were corrupt and stuff. But we're gonna get there in a minute. Battle of Zama happens. It's not even really a battle. The Africans, the Carthaginians smoke the Romans on. I'm sorry, the other way around. The Romans smoked the Carthaginians in their home, on their own soil, on the Carthaginian northern African soil. Routed them. War elephants, yeah, we've seen those before, and we did our homework, and we know what to do with them. It's like if you're playing against a team, and no, I didn't know about that secret weapon, that guard who shoots really well from the 3-point line. Next time we play, we're gonna throw a 3-2 zone at them, and we're really gonna guard the 3-point line and make them drive. They went to school on Scipio, or Scipio went to school on Hannibal, and learned what he was good at. One of them was the war elephants, and they weren't a surprise anymore. They had a thing called corridors of death, which neutralized that advantage of the war elephant and stunned, I guess, 10 years later, stunned the Carthaginians at their home. Hannibal did not die in that battle. He fled. I don't know if it was in that video you watched, but he fled, and I think drank a poison far away from anyone. He was isolated and basically killed himself. One of my favorite stories of the ancient world, because of his leadership and how tragic it was that they couldn't get him the men that he kind of deserved. So that's that. On to Rome. I'm gonna take a look at page. Yeah. 381 in your text. Go, get there. Pause it, go, get there, do it. 381 in your text. Growing pains. Okay, that's our first note. Growing pains. Boom. Watch this. Abra. Come on, work for me. Oh, turn this thing around. Can't do it, can I? All right, part 2 in a minute. Bye.